way to start the day. Son of a gun, look at the crowd we got today. All right, hello again, everybody. Lance Russell for Corey Macklin and Dave Brown. What a day.
You're exactly right. Get ready. The Moondogs are scheduled to be here today. Yeah. Also, got some interesting information from Eddie Marlin regarding Tommy Rich and Eddie Gilbert. And also, Miss Texas will be here to be going against Fantasia.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Buddy Landell will be along today, as will Brian Christopher and the Phantoms.
Talking about the big time, you better believe we've got a lot of it today. And I want to tell you, there will be some special features as we go along that I think you're going to get a real kick out of. So you can make your statement. We're going to be here with the big USWA. Let's get ready for it, Dave. Take a break.
What's that fragrance you're wearing?
Exclamation. Make a statement without saying a word.
Last night, I dreamed I was a dolphin. My name was Echo, and it was incredible. I was swimming in sparkling tropical waters. I battled sharks. I turned into a bird, and I was flying. Then, I survived it all to save the oceans from an evil alien power. It was fantastic. Huh?
Oh, he's not dead. He was just sleeping.
Oh, man. Get me out of here!
New Echo, the tides of time.
Stay up!
Stetson's easy.
Yeah?
Yes, I got to get to my show.
Let's go.
Stetson Cologne, easy to wear, hard to resist.
Where's that great smelling guy who got me here tonight? I've got a front row seat here just for you.
It's called the yo-yo effect of dieting. You temporarily take unwanted pounds off, then they're right back on. To break this yo-yo effect, dieters must lose fatty tissue while maintaining or even increasing muscle tissue. Well, here's the answer. Herbal Trim Away 1000 in you. Caffeine-free, all-natural Herbal Trim Away 1000 breaks down fatty tissue by activating thermogenesis, the body's natural process of transforming fat and calories into heat. By accelerating the rate of fat burned, metabolism is increased and unwanted pounds are shed. And that's just an example of what Herbal Trim Away 1000 can do for you. Herbal Trim Away 1000 normally sells for $34.95, but during this special TV offer, receive 2 bottles for only $19.95 each, and as a special bonus, receive a free bottle of the Ultimate Antioxidant 2000, the product that could help you live longer and look younger. To order your Herbal Trim Away 1000, call 1-800-331-6006 or send $39.90 plus $4.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
I started to say right here, here is one of my oldest friends, and then I thought you and I are both a little sensitive about that, particularly after what Corey said about it.
You just want me to come out here where it make you look young.
Eddie Marlin, of course, this is a guy that I want to tell you, I'm glad I don't have to live with the miseries that he lives with. Last week was not the most pleasant week in the world when you had banned from the TV studios the 4 guys, Rich and Gilbert and Christopher and Lawler on it. Before you say anything about the new comment you want to make, Eddie, I want to go back and take a look at what you went through last week. Let's look at it right here.
Picks him up, now drops him down to the mat. Look at this.
Figure 4 leg lock, Buddy Landell. Learned it from Ric Flair, and he has applied it. Now he pulls a belt out and wraps it around.
Oh, man. A devastating hold. Look at that. There's no way to get it broken. Landell's got that belt and got it cinched tight.
He straps the legs together. Uh-oh, Landell nails referee Kevin Christian.
Look, Scott Bowden has just let Doug Gilbert in the back door. Look at that.
Bowden letting Gilbert loose, you might know it. Brings him in, and look at that pole that Gilbert's carrying in there, wailing away on the midsection of Buddy Landell. And Eddie.
You got it, baby. We're not leaving. You get those fat security guards out of here. You ain't going nowhere. I don't need no security guards. You get 10 seconds to get out of this studio, or I'll call the police department and personally prosecute all 3 of you. Now get out of here.
9.
Well, we didn't see it as early as I thought. You didn't want to relive that. I don't know why, so you didn't put the tape in there, because you had banned them, and they'd been beating on the doors, threatening to come in here. Gilbert and Rich had, and you were able to keep them out until Buddy Landell said, Eddie, I ask you as a favor, let Tommy Rich in here.
Yeah, you know, we found out that was a mistake, because the guards came in and watched the action, and they quit watching the doors. You know, Doug Gilbert and Tommy Rich damaged the USWA camera earlier. So with all these millions of dollars worth of camera and equipment in here, we just felt it wasn't safe for them to be here. So they were banned for that week. So we negotiated with them. We got each one of them under a bond now. Anything happens to either one of these cameras or any of the equipment here in the TV station is covered by a bond from those guys. So the ban has been lifted.
So that they can come back in the TV studio.
That's right. We need them back in here. You know, 1994 is winding down in the USWA and everywhere, but the action is winding up.
Whoa.
So, you know, we need all the top stars we can get right here in the TV station, but we need to feel safe about the equipment all the way around.
Well, I can fully understand. I'm glad about that bond. It'll make them think twice before they start doing that crazy stuff. Ed, thanks a lot. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit later on, possibly. And let's go right now to the ring. Corey.
Thank you, Lance. We're ready to go in the opening bout today on USWA Championship Wrestling. One fall, 10 minutes in time for this opening bout. First introducing at 333 pounds, wrestling from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan, one half of the Cadillac Brothers. Here is Big Daddy Fleetwood. His opponent, 222 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, too sexy, Brian Christopher. One fall, 10 minutes in time. Kevin Christian is referee to Lance Russell, Dave Brown. We're ready to go.
Boy, Brian's got him a hunk in there to go against today when we're talking about Big Daddy Fleetwood.
He's a very large one, no doubt about it. One of the big Cadillac brothers that we've seen here for the last couple of weeks. Brian Christopher giving away size, but little else, I'll guarantee you that. Certainly won't be giving away any confidence, as this young man has really become a superstar.
Yes, sir. Bell time, and here we go as Brian Christopher and Big Daddy Fleetwood get ready to tangle it up. Center of the ring. And Brian, one of the great things about you, Dave, my boy, is the ability to recuperate from injuries, and he is really looking fit.
He is indeed. He kind of got Big Daddy going there and stepped out of the way. Big Daddy found nothing but the air. This time he finds Brian in the corner, throws him into the turnbuckles, but he got himself. Look at Brian celebrating out on the apron, and Big Daddy Fleetwood turns to the referee and says, he can't do that. Well, he can, and he did.
A little late, Big Daddy. He's already done it. Brian trying to get into that mine and get him messed up, and that'll do it every time. All you need is that little advantage, and I'll guarantee you that if you get a guy thinking about other things and get him mad to where he is not thinking straight, he, in fact, is giving you the advantage. He ripped a right hand, and that may take that advantage back. 3 right hands to the midsection. Referee Kevin Christian steps in. Look at here, flying off that rope on 2, and he wasn't able to hold him.
Yep. Only got a 2 count, but man, to get him off his feet, he just took the momentum of coming off those ropes. And Big Daddy Fleetwood at first looked like he wasn't going to be able to knock him down, but Brian did press him to the mat. He just couldn't quite hold him for the 3 count.
Not easy when you're talking about a guy around 300 pounds and trying to hold his shoulders down for a 3 count. Seems like an eternity. Well, one thing we know that Big Daddy knows how to do, and that's throw that right hand to the midsection. Double axe handle right there behind the neck. Moves Christopher back, whip into the rope. Catches him with a clothesline, and down Christopher goes.
Big Daddy Fleetwood showing that he's just a power wrestler. He tried to hold Brian down for the count. He tells the referee, count fast, count much faster. But he still couldn't have held him for a count of 3, even on a very quick count. Look at this, Brian slides right under. Big side kick. He knocked him off his feet with that foot.
Christopher backs him into the rope. There's the whip. Slingshot. Backdrop. And a lot of weight hit that ring as he bounced hard right in the middle.
Well, that slowed Big Daddy down. Brian Christopher taking advantage. Look at this. He body slammed him. My goodness, he's picked him up and dropped him right on the mat. He leaves him lying there. Brian on the top rope. Here he comes. Boom!
He landed straight across that head. 1, 2, 3. The winner, Brian Christopher.
Very impressive win for Brian Christopher over a much, much larger opponent. Brian's celebrating just a little bit. I want to get it by here. Brian, congratulations on quite a victory over the big guy here.
Like they say, Dave, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And that was a classic example of it right there. But Dave, you know, it's been a long time. Let me catch my breath here.
I understand. I'm sorry to do this to you after the match.
No problem. You know, it's been a long time since I've been able to come out here and get some things off my chest, talk to you, talk to the people. But it's also been a long time since I've been able to get a couple of people out of my hair. And you know, you heard Eddie Marlin come out here, and he was talking about how he's put a contract bond out on myself, Jerry Lawler, Tommy Rich, and Doug Gilbert. We can't touch them, and they can't touch us here in the TV studio today. And it's all because of the big, wild is not even the word to explain the match we had last time we got our hands on them. We broke everything over their head we could get our hands on. It went all over the place. Blood was everywhere. But boys, we're not through with you by a long shot. Not only do I want to get my hands on you, because if you're anywhere in the building, I want to get my hands on you. But not just get them on you, I want to hurt you. And I want to hurt you bad. And that goes the same for Jerry Lawler. But I'm gonna do what Eddie Marlin says. I'm not gonna come out here and bang on the door like a couple of spoiled brats. What I'm gonna do is, I won't touch you. We'll just see if they'll abide by Eddie Marlin's rules today and not touch us. But Tommy Rich, you've done stuck your nose into my business. And you're wearing the USWA heavyweight title. And I don't know if you know this, but I am the man who has worn that belt longer. I'm the man who's won that belt more times than anybody since I've been here for 4 years coming out here on this USWA wrestling program. I'm the man that's held that belt. So I think, in my mind, you are wearing my belt. And I got a chance this week to take my belt back because I got you one-on-one, my friend. That's if Doug Gilbert don't stick his nose in it. But believe me, if he does, I'll bust him right in it. And Tommy Rich, I plan on busting you right in the mouth. I'm gonna cram this fist so far down your throat, my friend. And then when I do, when I pull it out of your mouth, that's when I'm gonna take that belt and strap it around my waist where it belongs. And then we'll see who has the last laugh, Tommy Rich.
It's been wild, no doubt about it. This week, he's got the chance to get the belt back. We'll be back here in just a moment.
The new radio-controlled Python with rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed and a radio-controlled surprise that they'll never expect. 6-speed jet turbo Python. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC. Maximum heat.
Extreme racing. On the wall, extreme racing puts you in a high-speed intergalactic race. Blast through Space Station 9 at full speed. Ease into those plasma curves or lose control. Be first through the satellites and you win. Extreme electric racing from Tyco.
Enter the virtual reality world of the Interactor, where all the action jumps off the screen and into your gut.
Hey, dork, plug it back in.
The Interactor. Put it on, plug it in, crank it up, feel it all.
Dude, let's plug it into the stereo.
Available at Toys R Us.
The Ionizer, the Plasatron, 2 machines that will change your life. The Ionizer with no moving parts, no filters to buy or change, running on pennies a day. Did you know the EPA says the inside of your home or office may be more polluted than the out of doors? The Ionizer removes dust, smoke, pet debris, and allergy-causing pollens in your environment.
And now he can smoke his cigar. And now she can keep her cat.
Headaches, fatigue, drowsiness, general depression feelings will be gone with the use of the Ionizer. You'll be more productive at your workplace. Your boss will thank you for introducing the Ionizer to the office. The Plasatron kills, destroys all odor-causing elements from the home and workplace. With the Ionizer and Plasatron, your home and workplace will be transformed to a feeling of all outdoors. To order the Ionizer, send $99.95 for the Plasatron, $119.95. Order both for only $189.95. Use the address on your screen or phone 1-800-454-4667 and use your MasterCard or Visa. Or use our convenient 3-payment plan and a one-time shipping and handling fee of $5.50 or $11 for both. Call 1-800-454-4667 for a cleaner and healthier environment.
Yowza! Lots to happen here today. You'll see the Moondogs in action. Miss Texas and Fantasia will be right in that ring. The Nature Boy, Buddy Landell, will be in there. And in addition to that, I didn't say everything was going to be easy. Scott Bowden, Tommy Rich, and Doug Gilbert.
Where are all these ugly kids from? Well, we got the bus from Fraser Elementary here today. I've never seen so many ugly kids in all my life. Hey, if they don't start showing me some respect, I'm going to go over there and smack them like their parents should be doing.
Respect is something that's earned, Mr. Bowden. We have to constantly remind you of that.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dad. Thanks a lot, Dad. Hey, when are people going to learn? When are people going to learn around here? We don't have to go by the rules, baby. We set the rules. We set the rules here in the USWA. Eddie Marlin comes out here talking about a bond. Hey, baby, I got the money for the bond. I could buy this whole studio if I wanted to.
You won't have it long.
I'm from Germantown, baby. I'm from Germantown. I go through money like Eddie Marlin goes through a six-pack of beer, and I can buy this thing studio. Hey, baby, Brian Christmas, you worry about getting touched. You worry about getting touched. Baby, you better worry about getting one of these from these two men and me, because I might just get my hands on you too, boy.
You know, Scott's daddy's got a bunch of money. You know, Eddie Marlin, you put all the bonds out you want. You know what it amounts to, Lance Russell? You know they won't show that tape from last time because we beat the daylight. I heard Brian Christopher out here just out and out lying. Said they had blood flowing off us. Don't hit us with everything they had. Well, we're standing here, Christopher. Y'all the ones that were laid out. Where's Jerry Lawler? He ain't even around. He's probably in the hospital. But Brian Christopher, you and me coming up. You want some of me, you say I got your belt.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Well, Lance Russell, you tell him. Tommy Rich has had every belt in the world, brother. The world heavyweight title, the Georgia heavyweight title. Brian Christopher, I am the USWA heavyweight title. You want it? You come and get it anytime, anywhere, any place, boy, because the wildfire is always ready.
Well, I believe that's exactly what's going to happen. And Doug Gilbert was involved in that brawl. I got to tell you one thing. You guys are tough. We've never said anything else but that. You came out of that brawl looking for more.
Well, you know, Lance Russell, Jerry Lawler, you've lined them up. Brian Christopher, you've lined them up, and you've knocked them down. But what you haven't done is you haven't had Wildfire Tommy Rich and Dangerous Doug Gilbert to contend with. What it is a brawl. Whatever it takes, we will do to finish y'all up. See, it's not just in the wrestling ring. We know right where you live, Jerry Lawler. If I have to come to your house, Brian Christopher, if I have to come to your house and drag you out of the bed, I will do it. Whatever it takes to end y'all and get rid of y'all, we are going to do it. But now, Nature Boy Buddy Landell, when you are the best thing that's going, every single person wants you. So see, Buddy Landell, you dug yourself a grave, and I'm going to put you in it. Tennessee street fight. Boy, you want to come out here and you want to say, I drive my Mercedes, I wear my Gucci watch, and I'm real cool. I'm from Hollywood, California. Well, boy, I'm a Tennessee country boy, and I'll kick your brains out this week. No matter if it's chairs, no matter if it's chains, no matter what it is. Buddy Landell, you are history.
Okay, you guys just take it on out. We got a match coming up with Landell. We don't need you around. Let's go to the ring and Corey.
Okay, lads, we're ready. 1 fall, 10 minutes in time for this next bout on USWA Championship Wrestling. 260 pounds, wrestling from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. One half of the Cadillac Brothers, Sweet Joe Eldorado. His opponent, 233 pounds, wrestling from Jacksonville, Florida, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit, and Kevin Christian is referee.
Well, we're seeing the tag team one at a time today, Davey.
Yes, indeed. Eldorado here, Joe Eldorado, is the smaller of the two Cadillac brothers, but that doesn't mean he's little. He's actually a little taller than the other guy, just doesn't have as much weight on him. Going against, look at this, going against one of the toughest customers ever, anywhere, Buddy Landell.
Yeah, Landell out of the ring after he got him on the outside, followed him right to the floor, the referee trying to get him back in. Landell picked Sweet Joe up, and I mean, he absolutely stopped him cold to his shoelaces, Dave.
He nailed it, and now he rolls him back in the ring. Landell climbs through the ropes. Joe Eldorado having a very tough day for his half of the Cadillac Brothers. The other one lost in our opener here to Brian Christopher. Very impressive win for Brian against a much larger opponent. Landell all controlling this one.
Boom! Landell obviously was influenced by listening to the conversation.
Ah, yeah. Did you hear that?
He's hollering at Doug Gilbert. I knew he was listening to that interview, and he came out, and the recipient of his irritation now is Sweet Joe Eldorado, one half of the Cadillac Brothers, and Buddy has been pouring it to him since that bell rang. Landell saying to the crowd, look at here, I'm getting ready to put the end to this man, as he pounds him with a right hand to the jaw, takes him down on one knee and right over by the ropes. Look at that Landell. Nobody ever said he'd given up his rough and tumble ways.
Well, there's no doubt about that. He wasn't using the rope to choke him either. He was kind of working him over. Look at him stretch that neck back and boom, upper arm. Usually when you see him over on the ropes like that, you figure somebody's being choked, but that wasn't the case. Landell just using everything in the arsenal there. Joe Eldorado trying to fight back. I'm not sure that was a good move. That made us make Buddy madder. He drops him in the center of the ring. Oh, the upper arm, he drops down. The figure four, yeah, he's got it on him.
You can get ready with the bell because the referee checking with him, saying, yes, sir, he did it. Gave it up right there on the figure four leg lock.
Not much doubt that he was going to have to give it up. When Buddy Landell sets up on it good, it is almost always a submission. And that's exactly what it was. Buddy, congratulations on the win. I know you were listening to that interview earlier with Doug Gilbert.
I don't have to listen to an interview from Doug Gilbert to get me fired up. You see, I've been noticing a few things, Dave. The reason why Sid Vicious rules the world is because he'll kick somebody's teeth in. He comes out here and he commands respect. He takes it. He don't ask for nothing. He takes it and conquers it. Well, I've come out here and I've tried it Tommy Rich's way. I've tried it Jerry Lawler's way. And you know something? I'm going to have to do it Buddy Landell's way. That's my way right there. You understand? Tommy Rich had me convinced that all the wrestling fans and everybody were idiots but us. But in fact, we were the only idiots. Now, Doug Gilbert, you want a street fight? I'll walk through you, get to a better fight, boy. And I'll tell you something right now. I forgot more about wrestling than you'll ever know. If you want a Tennessee street fight, bring it on, big boy. Because I'll kick your teeth in. Get a close-up shot of this. See this right here? That's where he hit me last week. That's a bruise right there where he left on me last week. Right there, and I got one on my elbow right here.
Buddy, the
He
danger...
tried to put me out, what?
The danger of the Tennessee street fight is that just about anything goes there.
Let me tell you something, Doug Gilbert. Just like I said, you're a tough guy. Doug Gilbert is the actual tough guy in that stable that Scott Bowden's got. Because Tommy Rich is a wannabe. He always has. You see Tommy last week on TV out here. He was the toughest guy in the world as long as Doug was backing him up. And then when Doug was made to be outside, I beat Tommy right in the middle of the ring with a figure 4. And Tommy had tears in his eyes that Eddie Marlin stood up to him and made Doug be outside. Let me tell you something. I'm going to kick your stinking teeth in, Doug Gilbert. You're a tough guy, all right, but I like it that way. Got it?
The chance is coming up this week. Buddy Landell meets Doug Gilbert. We'll be back here in just a moment.
If you want to move ahead in any career, you have to know what most employers want. Like how to work with a team, how to handle responsibility, how to take on a tough job and see it through. You can learn all these things in the Army, so when you do set off on the road to success, you'll already be in the driver's seat.
WWF. Raw. WWF. Raw is war.
Treat yourself like royalty. Cruise the Caribbean to the world-class Princess Resort and Casino aboard the International Sea Escape Cruise Line. Act now. Take advantage of this 6-day, 5-night Sea Escape Bahamas vacation. Featuring the Bahamas Princess Resort in the always warm and sunny Grand Bahamas for only $279 per person, including Sea Escape's Cruise for Two and world-class accommodations at the Princess Resort and Casino. Call now. Let Sea Escape and the Princess pamper you for 6 fun-filled days and 5 romantic tropical nights. Travel anytime within 12 months. So call now. Reserve all the world-class amenities the Princess Resort and Casino have to offer. It's simply the vacation of a lifetime. Call today. Ask for our early bird reservation of only $179 per person. Don't be the last to leave. Call now. Take advantage of our early bird reservation request of just $179 per person. What are you waiting for? Call now. Take up to 12 months to cruise. Operators are standing by. Call now.
You know, talking with Eddie Marlin a little bit ago and when we were off the camera and all, and I was thinking, as you and I have talked about so many times, one of the great things that I loved about coming back here was to be able to get back and join up with you. We'd worked together for a long time and seen a lot of great action. And I guess the thing that triggered the whole deal for me was that sensational night called Monday Night Memories. Jimmy Hart penned a marvelous song that touches the heart of everybody, and let's go back and revisit Monday Night Memories.
I found a program stuck back in my drawer. It was faded, it was torn. I couldn't wait till I looked inside. Some are gone, some are still alive. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Jerry Lawler, he's the king. Austin Idol, Superstar Dundee. Handsome Jimmy, he's so cool. Jimmy Hart acted like a silly fool. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the girls thought the fabulous ones were cute. Sputnik Monroe, Don and Al Green, the Gilberts and the Funks, I thought they were so mean. I watched them every Saturday on TV. I couldn't wait till they climbed in the ring. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Jerry Jarrett, Tojo Yamamoto, when he died, it hurt me so. Eddie Marlin, Buddy Wayne, Guy Coffey, hope they never change. Lance Russell, they call Banana Nose. Dave Brown was his sidekick, everybody knows. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you. Monday night memories are all I have to remind me of you.
Let's show it again.
Hey, I didn't remember having that much hair.
Yeah, I'm glad some traditions have changed. And well, here's one thing. We don't really need you out here.
Speed it up. What are you talking about?
I don't think that we ever have to worry about Scott Bowden becoming a tradition.
Hey, oh my God, who was that singing? Was that Barry Manilow? Was that Barry Manilow?
That was Jimmy Hart. Best day you couldn't carry his shoes.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you something. I have that same video clip at home. I always put it on when I'm having trouble sleeping. Half those guys are dead on there. Hey, they've met the real Undertaker. Tojo Yamamoto, Sam Bass. Who cares about them, baby? That's the past. That's the past. Let's look to the future.
Why don't you get a little respect
Scott Bowden wasn't on that video. Oh, tradition. I don't care about tradition. I don't care about tradition. I'm the new tradition here in the USWA. You got guys on there like Bill Dundee, that out-of-work Elvis impersonator. You know, when I was 10 years old, I used to look up to Bill Dundee, and then I turned 12 and I started looking down at him. That's right. Hey, Dundee and I have been at odds for a while. When I first started refereeing, we got to the studio at the same time one day, Lance Russell. He was right in front of me, and I accidentally stepped on him. And ever since then, we just haven't gotten along. I don't know what it is. But hey, I'm the future. Jimmy Hart, baby. Lawler got rid of him, but Lawler can't get rid of me, can he? Can he, baby? I'm smarter, better looking than Jimmy Hart ever thought about being. And now this week, I'm really going to prove it, because what do we got? Me and Miss Frazier, me and Miss Texas, and a rematch. Let me tell you something, Miss Texas. I've been practicing my backhand all week, and I'm not talking about my tennis game, honey. I'm from Germantown. You know, the only difference between Miss Texas and a bucket of scum is the bucket. That's the only difference. And the only way to handle scum is with physical violence.
Okay, that's enough. Hey, Scott.
There's not a woman alive that I can't beat up, and I'm going to prove it to the world Monday night, baby.
Would you just take it out of here? Let's go to the ring and Corey.
Tag team action here on USWA Championship Wrestling. One fall, 10 minutes in time. Here today, combined weight of 380 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Edric Hines, and his partner from the great USA, the American Eagle. Their opponents today, a combined weight of 474 pounds from the Theater of Pain. Led to the ring by Fantasia, Sorrow and Tragedy. The Phantoms. One fall, 10 minutes in time for wrestling action here on USWA Championship Wrestling. We're ready to go with the Lance and Dave.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, my stomach churns every time that Bowden comes out. It just irritates me.
Well,
that's another story for another
he irritates
day.
a lot of us, let me tell you. No respect for anything. No, he better find some respect from Miss Texas, or she will explain why he should respect her. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, Sorrow and Tragedy, we're ready for it. Bell time as the American Eagle comes out there to meet Tragedy. He is the larger of two big guys, former holders of the USWA tag titles. The Moondogs prevented the nice hip toss, and again prevented them from holding it very long, but they have vowed they're going to see if they can't get those belts back.
Yes, indeed. Well, they're going to have their chance coming up very shortly. The rematch has been signed. Edric Hines off the ropes. Oh, runs into the other one. Sorrel from outside kicked him with a boot. The referee saw it, warns him about it. Tragedy makes the tag, and it's Sorrow in against Edric Hines.
With all of the respect in the world to a kid that has got an awful lot of guts, Edric is a typical of what a lot of young wrestlers. He is so eager. He wants to get in there and scrap. He doesn't watch and look for things. He was much too close to the corner. He got caught over there, and the Phantoms are just making him pay severely for it. Hammered down into the mat. Flying off there is Sorrow. Lands on Edric, and he... 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it.
Thought for a minute he had a chance to get out of it because the referee was watching Fantasia trying to get her down off the ring apron. And the Phantoms, though, able to hold on for the count of 3 and the victory.
We're going to see Fantasia back in here against Miss Texas in just a little bit. Back in a moment.
Pulses race and hearts beat fast. It isn't the altitude, it's Aspen. Aspen Cologne for Men.
Come now!
Yeah. What's big? Is no black and white world. So live in full color. Yeah, man. No reason to hide, to come out from under. What's big? Justified to be brave, no reason to fear. No reason to fear. Express your big self as long as you're here. Oh, yeah.
And let no man make you his guinea pig. And no man will that you just stay big. You must stay big, big, big.
Gravity. It's more than a fragrance. It's a force of nature. Gravity. For men. You couldn't resist it, even if you tried.
The Card. A credit card with a $5,000 limit, no interest. The Card. An easy payment plan with up to 24 months to pay. The Card. No long credit reference forms to fill out or extended waiting periods before you can use it. The Card. 18,000 pieces of solid 14-karat gold jewelry to choose from. The Card. With a Visa Card qualifications program and a credit bureau reporting option. The Card. Letters of credit recommendation available on request. The Card. The best part of it is you automatically qualify for it. The Card. No, it's not a dream. It's the Genevieve credit card, giving you a $5,000 credit limit, charging no interest, and an easy 24-month payment plan providing you with easy access to their fine selection of jewelry. The Card. The Genevieve card. You're already qualified for it. Just call the toll-free number for more information.
Hey, we're just about set to go with our next match here.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, Corey's standing by in the ring for it right now. Special stipulation on this one coming up we don't have on television too often.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, as a matter of fact, I'd have to go back a long, long time to remember the last time we ever had.
Yeah, if ever.
Tell us what it's going to be, Corey.
Oh, I will. A ladies lumberjack match coming up right here today. That's right here on TV. A ladies lumberjack match. First introducing from the Theater of Pain. Here is Fantasia. Her opponent today, wrestling from Dallas, Texas, Miss Texas. A ladies lumberjack match. Lumberjacks around the ring, but right here on USWA Wrestling.
Okay, and the Lumberjacks, of course, will be throwing the participants who might venture out onto the floor right back in the ring to keep it going. And
I want all the women at home not to get too excited. I'm about to take my belt off, but I'm not stripping. It's just for the lumberjack match.
well, I didn't hear anybody say anything about a belt, Scott. you can put it back on.
Yeah, that's not part of the deal here, Scott. You're just supposed to keep him from getting out of the ring, okay? I'm not sure he's paying any attention whatsoever to us. The Lumberjacks are the Phantoms, Scott Bowden, Chris Frazier, and the American Eagle. And their job is, if one of the women comes out of the ring, to throw them back in.
That isn't part of their job right there. Scott Bowden reached under, grabbed the leg of Miss Texas, and pulled it out from under, and that gave the advantage to Fantasia for the moment. Referee Kevin Christian is telling him right now to watch that missing from the outside. Boy, that irritates me. This guy has that marvelous ability just to irritate the stew out of me just looking at him.
Look out, Miss Texas back in the corner. Scott Bowden is holding her back on the ropes and trips her again.
And again. And again. Come on, Evan. Watch him out there. Hard enough to be in there with a couple of bozos like the Phantoms outside there. You got the Scott Bowden. Got his belt off in his hand. Reaching in there. Oh, yeah. Here's a couple of moondogs. Now, that is making me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I expect Mr. Bowden better keep his hands to himself.
Yeah.
Well, they've been watching you, no doubt, Scott, on the monitor, and they've seen that need to even it up a little.
Maybe they've been asking the question, what are you doing out here? They saw you reaching in and pulling her legs out. Look at that Miss Texas go. Big chop. Puts Fantasia down. Outside the ring she goes. Moondog Rex picks her up and dumps her right back into the ring.
And that's what the Lumberjacks are there for. That's what they're supposed to do. Look at Miss Texas. Boy, she caught her with that upper arm coming off the rope.
And scoop. Slam, and Miss Texas in the driver's seat. She definitely is the athlete of the two. She didn't get on the top rope. She was on the middle rope, and she's got that right hand. Yes, she is using a fist. There comes Bowden in there, interfering. So to the Phantom. Wall time. Look out. A mailbox. Look at that.
And look at Scott Bowden with Miss Texas over in the corner. He's grabbed her in the corner. Ah, but she boots him. Hey, Bulldog threw her a mailbox. Boom!
Whoa! Yes! I love it! Off and running, Bowden, the Phantoms, and Fantasia. What a shot, Dave!
Oh, she took that mailbox, found Scott Bowden, and put a postmark right on the top of his head.
Abuse of males. Oh, I don't know about all that. I love it, every bit of it. We've got more. Going to be back to it in just a moment.
The only launcher that fires 5 cars this fast. New Rapid Shock, the world's fastest rapid fire launcher. Launch 5 cars in 3 seconds. Rapid Shock Slam set, additional cars sold separately. Only from Matchbox.
The new radio-controlled Python with rechargeable 6-speed jet turbo speed and a radio-controlled surprise that they'll never expect. 6-speed jet turbo Python. Battery pack required, each sold separately. Tyco RC Maximum.
Since the beginning of time, mankind has striven to double and redouble his powers.
A mysterious machine has appeared in homes across America.
All right, baby.
Increase the power of the unit 40 times.
32. X.
Welcome to the next life.
You spill your drink? I don't have a drink.
Uh-oh.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rick Whitlow. Here's a look at some of what's going on in the national sports scene. Another college football coach biting the dust that came as no real surprise when after 4 losing seasons, LSU has fired Curly Hallman. The Tigers never quite recovered from that loss to Auburn back in September. Hallman's record at Baton Rouge is 14-28. He coached at Southern Mississippi prior to going to LSU. He will be allowed to coach the Tigers' final 2 games. And in the NBA last night, the Magic playing Washington. Anthony Hardaway with the shot of the game. He had 16 points. points. Shaquille O'Neal had 29. The Magic rolled to another victory, 122-102 over the Bullets. Now, the Celtics were in Atlanta. Dominique Wilkins returning to the Omni for the first time as a Celtic, but Stacey Augmon spoiled his homecoming, scoring 27 points. Ken Norman had 19. Wilkins managed only 16. The final, Hawks 110, Celtics 94. That's going to do it for now. I'm Rick Whitlow. We'll see you next time.
We are ready for our main event on USWA Championship Wrestling today. Tag team action to the expiration of time. First introducing from the swamps in Louisiana, Rex and Spot, the Moondogs with Miss Texas.
Well, I didn't expect it to last much longer. I mean, just let them go, and here we are. Moondogs, Rich and Gilbert, already out in the crowd. Moondog Spot going after Doug Gilbert in the ring. Rex takes Wildfire Tommy Rich. Rich still got his jacket on. Scott Bowden walking around in a total dither as his guys are receiving some hard hammering. Now Rich fighting back. But Doug Gilbert slammed against that iron ring post over there. Uh-oh, look out. His head bashed down on the table, and now he's heading for shelter, even if it is the ring that he climbs into.
Gilbert's been all over the building so far. He's been back in the crowd and over here, finally in the ring. Everything going on there right now. Rich is choking Moondog Rex back in the corner and just hit him with a right fist. There they are. Boom. The elbow to the top of the head. Meanwhile, now Gilbert with the advantage on Moondog Spot. He's choking him. Referee Kevin Christian trying to sort it all out. You got all four of them in the ring. You got Scott Bowden, who just climbed up on the apron. He's flirting with a disqualification for his team of Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert. The Moondogs with a big slam. Tommy Rich is on the mat. Scott Bowden plants a boot in his back. Since Bowden's in the ring, that's a DQ. Miss Texas jumps it from behind.
Miss Texas flies in from the rope, jumps on the back of Scott Bowden. Bowden rolling out as Tommy Rich bangs Moondog Rex right down on the table. The brawl goes on in the floor. Referee pulling Miss Texas, but not for long, as she follows Bowden out onto the floor. Total wild abandon going on. We got to take time out. Be back in a minute.
Hi, I'm Art Linkletter. Older Americans are living longer, staying healthier, and keeping more active than ever before. They're starting new careers and sharing new interests. You face some of the most important decisions of your life after age 50. Experts here at UCLA have developed this handbook, A Consumer's Guide to Aging, to help you make those decisions. Health problems, diet, exercise, money, sex, housing. How do you cope with stress and emotion? It's all right in here, A Consumer's Guide to Aging. It'll help you decide what's best for you. This book should be read by every American over 50. It also makes a wonderful gift. So do yourself and your loved ones a favor. Order today.
To order your Consumer's Guide to Aging for only $19.95 plus shipping and handling, have your credit card ready and call now, 1-800-718-4800. That's 1-800-718-4800.
You've had an auto accident. What do you do now? Who do you call? Who can really help? You're under tremendous stress at work. You don't know if you can take it anymore. You try to do your job, but your hands go numb. Your back pain almost cripples you. Do you need an attorney? What doctor can tell you if you have carpal tunnel syndrome? What's wrong with you? Your case may require a lawyer to protect your rights. It may require an MD, DO, or a chiropractor, depending on your injury. You may need professional diagnostic testing to identify your medical problem. Rehabilitation and retraining may be necessary for your maximum recovery. You're injured. You need help. Can you manage your case and get the competent medical care and legal counsel you must have?
Remember, when you're injured and need the right doctor for your pain, powerful legal enforcement for your rights, professional testing for an accurate diagnosis, and rehabilitation or retraining to get you back to work, call Paragon Injury Management Service. Metro 817-261-3311.
Woo, the crowd's still buzzing over that last little tag team, and I guess.
I'm still kind of looking, making sure there's not moondogs coming after
That's
me.
one
here.
time I was kind of glad to see Scott Bowden stick his nose in to get a disqualification, because you don't want to stay around too long when those moondogs get wound up like that.
You know, that's true. And Miss Texas kind of got two Scott Bowden there just a little bit, a couple of times, huh? Yeah, that could be interesting later on this week.
Well, I tell you, that is just typical kind of action that you're going to see with the USWA everywhere. And what do you say we check in and find out what's been happening around the territory?
Good idea.
Okay? It lasted officially 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Can I tell you, it's an eternity for these guys. Corey, what a wild, wild match.
Oh, indeed, and it's not over yet as Tommy Rich is busted open. Lawler's busted open, and they continue to fight it out in the ring. Jerry Lawler, Paul drive Rich. Morale called for the bell then, and all of a sudden a friendly touch from the audience here in the USWA has turned into a rough weapon that has been completely destroyed. Christopher with a boot from one of the wrestling fans. Nailing away on Rich and Gilbert. Man, what a fight, fans. You talk about grudge matches. This one has to go in the record books, Lance.
Lawler bleeding down by the right eye. Doug Gilbert the same way. Brian Christopher and Tommy Rich round out the foursome of wounded. And look at Christopher now with the boots. Lawler hurls that crutch piece that broke in sections down and hits Tommy Rich in the back of the neck. Rich now going after Lawler as Doug Gilbert thrown out of the ring by Christopher. Brian grabs a boot. He's starting around the ring after Doug. Grinds it into his eye and continues to punish Doug Gilbert as Scott Bowden has been successful in the last few minutes of avoiding the conflict, Corey.
Oh, yeah. Look at Christopher. Over the top rope. Lands on Doug Gilbert. Right over the top rope. Oh, boy. Christopher sets him up for that big super kick. Oh, look out, Lance.
Whoa. Brian Christopher, where referee Frank Morrell deposited the two pairs of scissors, came over and grabbed one, and he's taking it after Doug Gilbert. Boy, I mean, enough is enough. Somebody just threw a crutch in there to Lawler to aid, hit Lawler right in the mouth as our table went over on the floor. Lawler with a crutch going after Rich. Rich puts his head right in the midsection. Lawler breaks this crutch over the table when he missed Tommy Rich. Rich with a chair swings at full steam right at Lawler.
Gilbert and Christopher over going at it. Now Gilbert's got on the belt of the inch referee Frank Morrell. He'll be fined or suspended, or probably both for that. Doug Gilbert just nailed Frank Morrell. Frank goes out in there, Lance, and the fighting continues. Oh, man.
Scott Bowden choking Lawler while Brian Christopher put in the ropes by Doug Gilbert. And Doug Gilbert with that boot on his hand, and Christopher, using the slingshot effect of the rope, comes firing back off, nailing Gilbert, then Rich, and referee Frank Morrell goes after Rich, and he and Lawler send him around like a revolving door.
Oh, man! Frank Morrell! Going after all of them! Hits Doug Gilbert! Boy, I see Morrell taking care of business there. Frank says enough of this hitting me stuff.
Boy, I got to tell you, Corey, we've seen a man. Did you ever see a match like
What
that?
about never?
Bizarre is the only word that fits. We're back in the dressing room with Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert. I want to ask just one question. What do you mean bringing scissors into a match like that?
Scissors? There was no scissors. Tommy was there.
What, you think we're blind for crying out loud?
Russell, look at my eye. If anybody had scissors, they're the ones that had the dead gum scissors. Let me tell you just one thing. Coming out there tonight, what you did, there wasn't no cows for it. Bringing scissors to the ring. I'll tell you, in my matches, I referee. Why did you hit me no more? No business hitting me. What do you mean I didn't have no business hitting me? Who are you? Who are you? I'm the referee. I'm the referee, and it ain't going to happen in the matches that I referee from now on. What are you going to do? You bring them out there again, I'll show you the same damn thing I done tonight. That's what I'm going to do. So you're suspended? Yes, you should be. As far as I'm concerned, you are. So we're suspended. So yeah.
Oh, come on now. Typical. What do you expect? Doug Gilbert, Tommy Rich taking advantage of referee Frank Morrell down on the floor. Corey, see if you can get him out. Get out of here, Doug. Randy Hales, Eddie Marlin coming in. Scott Bowden kicking Hales.
Ridiculous, lad.
Absolutely. Sitting over on Frank Morrell now with Tommy Rich pounding away on his eye. Doug Gilbert being pushed off by Eddie Marlin. Eddie knocked down. Referee Kevin Christian. Here's Lawler. Here's Brian Christopher. As they are tangling now with Gilbert and Rich. We've just seen a match full of the wildest action you've ever seen. Everybody was bleeding. Rich's eye is closed. He's bleeding profusely as Brian Christopher takes him across the room. Yes, sir. It never gets boring, that's for one thing.
No, sir. No doubt about it. Hey, I'm expecting more of the same next week. Just week after week, we keep having it.
Yes, sir. And the only thing I would say to you, and I've said it before, and I know a lot of you people know what I'm talking about, it's one thing to sit here and watch it on television, and we love you when you join us here for TV in the USWA Championship. Nothing like being right there in person, my boy. We'll be looking for you next week. For Corey Macklin, Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.
Consumer, have you ever found...